Come with me. See what I see.
Hey guys.
I'm Bob.
I'm Barb. Together we make up
HetteshWorld.
It's RV Drives Day today. Where are we driving today, Bob?
We're going to take you guys on a little adventure. We're going to leave Spearfish Campground in beautiful South Dakota, and we're headed to Dubois, Wyoming.
And we're taking the RV via Idaho, Montana, and the Teton Pass.
One of the things I'm going to do is show you how you get out of a tight campground.
We're also going to see incredible scenery along the way, visit my cousin April and her handsome young son Tristan. And then I think there's something exciting coming up for me.
Barb's got a special thing.
So stay tuned. So we're going to talk a little bit about just our hookups and kind of going from there and our checklist.
Yeah, we're going to show you how important a checklist is to have.
Yep, I'm going to attach it below so you'll be able to see everything we do from inside and out. We start out the video kind of showing backing in, where Bob's backing the truck in toward me. I typically stand underneath the hitch, and we've got two-way radios so we can kind of talk to each other as he brings it in. And then eventually I do move out of the way. Then we make the connections.
Yeah, and all this stuff that Barb's talking about, it's all on our checklist. So after we make the connection with the camper, we make sure our arm is locked in on our B&W hitch, and then we make sure it's pinned. We hook up our safety cable, and we hook up our lights at that point. And then we'd like to do a pull test, and not everybody wants to do a pull test, but we found that for us, even though it's a positive connection, we do a pull test.
Yep. So when we do the pull test, we put one down on the ground, get this one almost all the way down.
Let me know.
Stop! And then we bring this one back up a little bit. And then we do our pull test. And that is to make sure the camper is truly attached and not going to fall off. No, and enjoy the journey crap.
And just a quick description of the pull test. On the brake controller inside the truck, you can hold that in. That'll lock up all 6 tires in the back. And then I put it in gear and I try to pull away to see if the truck can disconnect from the camper. So the reason why we leave the legs down, something would go wrong and it would slip out of the jaws and it'll keep from hitting on the truck bed.
And we don't want it to hit on the truck bed. That is for sure. So once we're comfortable with that, we have our legs that we pull up, and then we begin the pull up process, which sometimes is easy. Okay, not really, not most of the time.
But we both work together as a team with our 2 ways, and we do a game plan. We have a game plan where we actually look up, look at what's around us, above us, and what's below us, and what we're going to have to negotiate to get out of that spot. I'm going to go right toward this tree, to the left side of that tree.
Okay.
And then I'm going to back it around so I can make my arc past that tree. Past this tree.
Okay.
So I'm going to go up pretty far.
Okay.
But I want you to watch this tree.
Okay.
That's the main thing I want you to watch.
Okay.
Because everything else I can see.
Okay.
I'm going to lower this down.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a typical HetteshWorld day where it's raining on us leaving.
It's a little cold. It's mid-June. This is all simple and no big deal. The big deal is getting out of here. Okay, you got in here, right? So he can get out. Okay. Left light, check, check, check. Right light, check, check, check. Brakes, check, check, check. Reverse, check, check, check.
This spot is very, very tight. It doesn't show it so much on the film, but there's a telephone pole on the driver's side that's right up against the road. Of course, it's a 90-degree exit. The sights aren't on a 30-degree angle. All right, no time like the present.
You got it. I believe in you. I'm going to go to the back, okay? I'm ready when you are, sweetie. Dear Lord, we ask that you're with us today, that we're able to safely leave this parking spot and the park. And that we're able to safely travel on the road. Okay, you're doing good. You're in the center. You're doing good, sweetie. You're doing good. Okay, let's take it easy. You're good. You're good. Oh, okay. Nice and easy. Nice and you got it. You're not gonna hit it. Good job. Good job. The man!
We did it. You know what tail swing is, and tail swing is anything beyond the foreback axle that can catch something when it swings.
What's my least favorite thing? Tail swing.
Yeah, tail swing can get you damaged real quick on a big rig.
Yeah. Starting out the first part, South Dakota to our very first Montana rest area.
So we try to arrive early at these rest areas if we can. This one was pretty neat because even though we couldn't see it on Google Maps, when we arrived, we found out they actually had like 6 RV slots that were different from the truck area, which if any of you have ever stayed in the truck area, it's usually loud because the trucks, they'll usually let their trucks run all night.
Yeah.
And we usually don't because we don't have to. But this one did have that nice spots that were open. So we were able to fully open up all 5 slides and level the camper. And it was, of course, it was still kind of a rainy, misty day. So we decided to disconnect, which we normally don't do at a rest area, and go 5 minutes down the road, and we stopped and got some food. And then when we came back, we decided just to hook back up right away since it was still light. And you know, that way in case a storm or something would come by or something where we had to react to it quickly, we're already hooked up. We've already done our light checks. We've done our pull test. Everything's done. Morning, that's all we have to do is do our airbags in the truck and raise the landing gear and bring the slides in and take off because everything else has been checked the night before.
So the next place we're spending the night is the Great Cliffs rest area. This was one of the most beautifulest rest areas I had ever been to.
Leaving Spearfish and heading into Montana, the roads are just incredibly nice. I mean, unlike the Midwest, some of the roads aren't that great, and these roads were in very good shape, and the views are just incredible. Wide open spaces.
Wide open spaces. The roads go on and on and on.
And you see all this farmland, but you don't see no people. You want to hide. You want to hide in Montana.
Yeah. So day 2, we are at, what is the name of the rest stop? Gray
Cliff, Montana.
So Blue Angel and Billie Jean are up there. These spots are wide. We're pulled over a little bit, so we're able to open our slides. The Crazy Mountains are an important spiritual place for the Apsaluka tribes. The boys from the tribe have gone there to have visions, and it's become an important rite of passage. At a young age, they come to the mountain to seek spiritual guidance from guardian animals and spirit helpers. In 1857, 9-year-old Plenty Coups, who was a famous chief of the tribe, came to the mountain to dream. After 4 days of fasting and little sleep, he had powerful visions about the future of his people. He saw the disappearance of the buffalo and the replacement by the spid buffalo, which is the white man's cow. He also experienced a powerful storm that destroyed all but one of the trees in the ancient forest. The tree sheltered a small bird called a chickadee. So when he took this back to his tribe for interpretation, he learned that he would definitely in his lifetime see the disappearance of the buffalo. The storm represented the upheaval of the Native American tribes and the fight that they had with the Euro-Americans, and they had been beaten back to where they are today. And the long remaining tree represented the tribe. It was telling him that they must adapt if they want to survive. The chickadee became Plenty Coups' medicine. The bird was the least in strength but the strongest of mind among his kind, and his vision proved to be true as he lived his life as their chief. So now we're entering Idaho.
Idaho, potato country. And boy, do we mean potato country. We've never seen so many sprinklers in potato fields. When I growing up, the Idaho potato, never knew what it was all about, but man, oh man, it is fields and fields of potatoes and sprinkler systems.
There may have been a water shortage in California, but Idaho does not care.
No, they definitely use the water on they're proud of those potato fields for sure.
Yep.
And then we found the roads in Idaho on our travels was very, very nice.
Yep. Yep. If all roads in America could be like the roads out there, RVers would be very happy.
Yep.
Now this is where we're coming into something kind of exciting. We were actually having trouble finding a place to stay. We were on our way to see my cousin April, who lives in Boise. So we're not quite in Boise yet. We've just entered Idaho, and I found us a casino. So a lot of times we found out casinos have RV parks attached to them, or they let you just camp boondock in their parking lot overnight. So this was a pay to play.
Yep.
You know, we paid like $40 to stay there at their campground with full hookups.
Yep.
And it's the Shoshan Casino.
Yep.
And it was very nice. It was very quiet. It was very safe. You had the campground over here, and the casino was kind of over here. And then the big exciting news is we went to the casino. We had dinner. Bob loves gambling, right?
I hate gambling.
I like to gamble every now and then just for fun. So
I like to watch people give their money back to the casinos and think they're going to win, and we all know they build these Taj Mahals off losers.
So we took in $100, I'm going to tell you, and I'm always positive. You know, we're going to win. It's going to be fun.
She made me think positive, so I had to sit behind her and think positive.
Well, and what do you do? What do we do when? Because I like to play the games when you do something and the thing up top and the music plays and you get
Yeah, like Wheel
spins.
of Fortune or something like that.
So what do we do to ensure that we're winners? We dance to the music. And because we did that and this guy did it, I won $1,000. Woo! And guess what? That was back in June of 2022, and it is February of 2023 right now, and I still have $900 of that money.
Yeah.
So we just spent the night there. We fueled up at their truck stop, and then we headed out to see my incredible cousin April in Boise, Idaho. She has an amazing, handsome son named Tristan, and we just had so much fun with them. But the big thing is that Bob had a challenge. Nice meal here with our family. My cousin April, handsome Tristan, and Bob has found something to conquer. What are you eating today, Bob?
Chicken feet.
Chicken feet.
It's his full
Two
set.
styles. So you're just gonna eat the skin off. Don't eat the bone. Yep. And this is the spicy one. So that's the. Is it kind of salty?
Yeah, I'm going to find the spicy.
It's right here.
Yeah.
We brought you some.
And they're fresh.
I'm going to have a roll out of It's probably just skin. Pretty much.
That's pretty much all it is. It's just the spiciness and a little bit of the cartilage, right?
I'm going to try some spicy.
It just came out. Ooh, he's going in for a second one, you guys. That means he likes it. He likes it. He likes it.
Is it good?
How about you, Tristan? You want to try it?
Don't taste bad.
No.
Does it? The question is does it taste like chicken?
Well, this tastes like a lot of spice.
So which one did you like better, the steamed one or the one with the spicy sauce? Or about the same?
This one's easier to eat.
Chewy, yeah, because it was cold, right?
Spicy.
Yeah.
I have one more question for Bob. Does it taste like beef?
Tastes like what?
Beef.
That does not taste like beef.
If you had to describe the experience to somebody out there who's never had it, what would you say?
This is a little glutinous. That's what it tastes like to me.
So no matter where you are, you've always got to try local fun things. We're waiting now for Tristan to try it.
You might be waiting as long as you.
So now that chicken foot challenge is really over, Bob, what did you think?
Chicken feet are interesting. They're, I mean, it's a chicken foot, so if you know what a chicken foot looks like,
Yeah.
and you suck the meat off the bone. And it's they were like boiled chicken feet. So I mean, it was a little fleshy. And then there was hot ones. There was ones that were like dipped in like a hot sauce, which were a little better to me, but it's different texture. But it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't taste like much. Didn't really taste like chicken, but it tastes more like skin. So
it didn't taste like feet, though. Either.
Yeah, I've eaten worse things. Let's just say that.
So Bob, you know, is our boy challenger when it comes to food. Eventually, I'll do something.
Yeah, she might eat a bowl of ice cream or something like
Yeah,
that.
I'll eat the world's biggest ice cream in record time.
Yeah, there you go.
I will do it for you.
Yep.
So after we left Cousin April, we actually stayed another night at Shoshan Casino because we were heading over to Dubois, Wyoming.
Yep.
I didn't feel the energy this time like I did last time, so I said no to gambling.
Yep. We did eat again in their restaurant.
Yeah, their food was actually pretty good. And that's the first time I tried fry bread.
Fry bread.
Yeah, and fry bread's pretty good, except you go afterwards because I like to eat a lot of fry bread. And it's not keto.
Yes, it's not keto.
So now we're in for some amazing views as we head to Dubois, Wyoming. You know it's going to all start out with pines, Bob.
Yep, lots of pine trees. Geography changed. We went from flat rolling to steep and very sharp bends and all the good stuff in a 44-foot camper you love.
Yep. So we're driving, I believe, through the Tetons to get to our campground. We have a steep 10% upgrade for like the next 5 miles. Bob's got the transmission, all the stuff on the thing so he can make sure things don't overheat. They do have pull-off areas. It's like taking the Can-Am but doing it in the camper instead. That is gorgeous. So now what went up must go down.
The road going to the Tetons to go toward Jackson Hole was crazy windy. It was probably a double fister driving that road. I mean, it was just switchback after switchback. I felt like I should have been on the motorcycle. It was tight going through there.
I told Bob Blue Spidey's very jealous in the back right now because he wasn't really getting to do it. He was just having to be a rider like me.
Yeah, a few of the curves we were having to take up the road, you know, because you're crossing the center line to get there. So, but we just took our time. It was not a big deal. It was not that bad of a road, but it was windy for sure.
And it actually takes you through Jackson Hole,
yep,
which is a nice town, but it's a big rig to go through a town like that, especially when it's crowded.
Yeah, and then heading out to Dubois, your first look at the Tetons is, man, oh man, it's just breathtaking. And it was in June, so it was totally snow covered.
Yep.
Just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, undescribable, and all the pictures you've seen just don't do it justice. Just gorgeous.
So the campground we're going to is Dubois Campground, and when we pull in here, it's of course very open, and we found out that we believe that this has to be the most windiest place we've ever been to, ever.
Yeah,
because you're outside, it's like whoosh, the whole time.
Yeah, it was a private campground, so they had a campground host, and we didn't know. We just pulled up, and then somebody hopped out of their RV and come up and talked to us. And you know, there was I think 5 or 6 pull-through slots. We had, I think, choice of 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
There was only 1 or 2 that were even being used. So it was in one of them easy, no trees, nothing around us. There was a couple rocks with some landscape timbers that were there, but it was super wide, and we had no problems getting in or no problems exiting.
And we try to show you the importance of getting out and checking your site before you actually take your rig, big or small, into it, because you want to make sure that the electric works, you want to make sure the water turns on, you want to make sure the site's big enough. Of course, this site had nothing bothering you overhead, but that's something you would look for also. Yeah,
definitely up and down, looking around and looking at the ground. And I mean, we've encountered everything. We've encountered, you know, rebar sticking out of the ground.
Oh, yeah. That's
jagged
the worst.
Rocks that will cut your tires, tree limbs that were way too low for, you know, a 13-foot camper. So yeah, this was happened to be a joyful one to pull in, and nothing overhead and big wide spots, so we had no problems at all.
So as you can see, the campground is really basic. It's just the campground, and that's really it.
Yeah, it's a gravel lot, little trees.
There's beautiful river that runs through there, and we did collect some stones from there.
Yeah, we did get some rocks for Lucy. Had to pick up some rocks.
Dave and Laura, stop calling me Lucy.
So we had to get some rocks to put in our collection to turn, and I don't think we've even got to where we've turned those yet. But
no, we're working to Montana. Montana is next in our rock turning collection.
Yeah, so the rock vault is growing, and we're not able to turn them fast enough.
So we hope that you like these kind of videos. We thought we would show you what a travel day in detail is really like and can be for us, and also try to teach you and educate you along the way about things to think about.
Yep.
So please give us a thumbs up. Please smash up that notification bell. Please comment.
Yeah, give us your comments. Let us know how you travel, and do you use rest areas? Do you use Walmarts? We find rest areas to be pretty enjoyable, especially when we search them out with Google Earth, and that's what we do most of the time.
So remember, we're HetteshWorld.
Come travel in our world.
Bye!